thank you, Steve, actually, for bringing that up, because that actually gets into our main topic for today, which is Mr. Doug Ducey. Now, for those of you who don't know too much about Doug Ducey, I'm just going to ask the question, how well do you know your governor? Well, I found out. So, let's start it off. So, does anybody remember when Doug Ducey started out, how he went to the Koch brothers? Huh? Does anybody remember that? Do you? Yes. I do, because guess what? There's a lot of articles about it. So Doug Ducey has not only gone over to California to kiss the Koch brothers' ass, but he holds events for them all the time. So those people out there in Arizona, if you don't like big donors, if you want somebody who's really like Donald Trump, don't vote for Doug Ducey, because Doug Ducey just kisses the Koch brothers' ass. Okay, I digress. So, okay, C.G. Rob, back off. But what does that mean? So how about I get into another subject about how Doug Ducey, I always say he was a stand-in candidate, basically a manufactured candidate. And now I actually have a lot of legitimacy to back this up, and this is what I was talking about. So there was a report in AZ Central that talks about lobbyist aid campaigns of Doug Ducey and Fred Duvall. The money began pouring last year during a crucial early months of the campaign, with lobbyists providing at least $80,000 in seed money for Duvall's campaign and $70,000 for Ducey's. Now, if some of you are sitting there saying, "Who's Fred Duvall, CT Rob?" Fred Duvall was Doug Ducey's opponent when he was running. But if you don't understand the article in which I'm bringing you, it basically says that both of them were stand-in candidates. Both of them were being paid by the donors to run, the same donor to run. So Doug Ducey is nothing more than a manufactured Republican, a straw. But hold on, let me get into the funny stuff here. So here's where it gets really funny. He later then, and this is recently, he actually just recently passed a law that says he said that there's not going to be any more lobbying in Arizona. It says in a statement, Ducey's office said identified approximately $1 million in public funds spent on professional lobbyists since the fiscal year 2015, but suggests the real total may be higher, as inconsistent reporting practices and lack of accountability may shield additional dollars of public spending on lobbyists. Arizona now joins other states that prohibit government entities from hiring lobbyists, according to the National Conference of State Legislation, and this is from February 2015. So Big D, Doug Ducey, is like, hey, you can't get the money, but all the money can come over here to Big Doug Ducey. So Doug Ducey, he don't give a shit. He'll take all the lobby money, but he won't let any other politician have it. So let's get into more of Doug Ducey. Doug Ducey does not support women's rights, even in the tragic case of rape or incest. According to Arizona Policy Candidate Survey, Doug Ducey believes that employers should be able to deny insurance coverage of birth control to women, even though insurance companies cover drugs for men such as Viagra. I'm sure because he needs it. Doug Ducey said that the only thing that qualified his primary opponent, Christina Jones, to run for governor was her wallet. Doug Ducey, another thing, Doug Ducey probably accepts support the right-wing Concerned Women of America group that is against equal pay for work, including opposing the Paycheck Fairness Act. Doug Ducey does not support an increase in the minimum wage, even though 60% of minimum wage earners are women. Let's see here. Okay, so Rob, that's a lot. Okay, well, did I mention just recently he attended another Koch brothers summit in which he went to go? I did mention that, I think. Okay, but here's where the big topping of the cake gets. Let's see. Here's where the big core of the onion, I think I want to tell you guys. Here's the money shot right in his face. So I don't know if you know this. I didn't know this. Governor Doug Ducey was on the phone with the Senate to confirm Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education. Why did he do that? Why would he do that? Well, let me give you guys explain. Let me explain why. Governor Doug Ducey headlined an event for the Center of Arizona Policy. He basically goes and campaigns for these people. He goes and he speaks at their events. This is a group that tried to push Senate Bill 1062, which would actually give business owners it would allow business owners to basically discriminate you based off their religion. So if you're gay, you're not allowed to come in this establishment. Including, in addition to SB 1062, they have a whole litany, about 21 different anti-abortion laws. more than 100 other laws dealing with organization about family health, values, marriage, and religious liberty. Now, Doug Ducey obviously gets campaigns from these people. Obviously, they help his campaign. They give money to him. They give money to him. Okay, so what does that have to do with Betsy DeVos? Well, okay, here we go. Betsy DeVos was the chairwoman of the American Foundation for Children, which made contributions to the Arizona legislative races and that seeks to influence policy related to voucher programs. Who's your daddy, Doug Ducey? Who's your daddy? Our governor is basically calling Congress to tell him, hey, you guys need to make sure Betsy DeVos gets in power. For the kindness of his heart? No, that's because he's being paid. He's being paid like every other corrupt politician. Okay, so, Rob, I mean, come on now, you can't just say that's one mark on Doug Ducey's record about education. He's not all bad. Okay, well, did you guys know when Prop 301 expires here in 2021, Doug Ducey actually wants to cut it? If you guys don't know what that is, that's a tax that currently brings about $600 million a year to education here in Arizona. $600 million a year, and he wants to cut it. He wants to cut that tax. Not only that, but when he was a state treasurer in 2012, he successfully fought a ballot measure that that was going to basically be for 1 cent per the dollar. Basically, 80% of that would go to education. So a tax for the better of education he fought against. Yes, Doug Ducey, you are for education. You really care about the children. No, you know what you are? You're nothing but a partisan hack. And that is why we are supporting Noah Dyer, because Noah Dyer is not a corporate. He doesn't suck the big corporate donors' dicks. Okay? 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 That's not how it works. Okay? Okay.